Welcome to another video. So you can see on my last upload, I did call out, you can see in the top right, ELAB at $5.64. And this one did go up just around 100%. I actually called this one out on my X or Twitter page a day before that video came out, and on stock twits at $4.95. If you pull up the 1 hour chart, you can see this one ran from $4.95 all the way to highs of $9.60 for a massive 94% gainer. So drop a quick like for me on this video if you are enjoying this content. It does really help me out. I have nothing to sell you guys at all, and these alerts are completely free, and a lot of time and research does go into finding these penny stocks in the small cap market. And also make sure you have the notification bell turned on because these plays are extremely urgent. But in this video, I do have a penny stock trading just over $2 that has zero dilution with a microscopic nano float. The float, according to Webull, is sitting at 1 million shares. But, so a lot of people are going to see that, but the real float is probably closer to 3 million shares. But either way, no dilution at all. We're just coming off of a double bottom on the daily chart. And last time I covered this one, guys, it did run to, from around over $1 all the way to $5 plus. So this is a known parabolic runner. We did play this one before. Every time we've played it, it has ran, 200 to 500% plus, or just, 300% plus. Last time it ran from just over $1 to $5 plus. Just recently, they announced a contract with a $500 billion behemoth company that trades over $500 per share. And then just a few months ago, they also announced a partnership with another $80 billion healthcare company trading over $300 per share. So keep in mind, this penny stock is a very tiny $9 million valuation, zero dilution, with an active, $500,000 share buyback going on. So the float is only going to get smaller. This is a real healthcare company that is also involved in some other sectors with 65 employees based out of Utah. The stock I'm talking about in this video is one I actually just posted around, I call this one out on X or my Twitter page at 9:56 a.m. It's already up or ran 60% from that alert. So you guys need to make sure you follow me on X or Twitter, have notifications on, because I do post on here sometimes when I'm not uploading. And I said I added this one and it went up 60% at the highs just this morning alone. But you can see it did actually run from 185 all the way to almost $3. So a 60% pop right there. And I even told you guys that it needs to hold over 250 for more. That's a major resistance level, and it actually would have been smart to slap at this level. At least that's what would have played out pretty well, because after this 250 break, it did go up another 15% because that was a key level to hold over. And I was looking for a 5-minute hold, a 5-minute candle to hold over this zone right here. And it did, it spiked up. But guys, it's really risky to chase these when they are exploding. So lately I have been posting these on Twitter so you guys can get a better entry, because that's always been a problem. People like to slap without doing research and looking at the chart. Like, if you don't know what you're doing with penny stocks, you shouldn't even be buying these. But just follow me on here, guys, and I'm going to do a major DD video on this ticker, which is a healthcare company that is expected to benefit from the new Trump administration and potentially get government funding. This is a 3 million share float company with zero dilution at all. You can see all they have are these warrants that aren't exercisable until $6.33. And this is a known parabolic runner. And every time this one is ran, 300% plus, they have never conducted any offering or any dilution. So that's, it seems like this is a very safe play. The company has 9.3 months of cash left based on a quarterly cash burn rate of $722,000 and estimated current cash of $2.2 million. So we're going to, I'm going to show you something really important right here. But first of all, Kindly MD is a patient-first healthcare and healthcare data company uniquely integrating traditional primary care and pain management strategies with integrated behavioral and alternative therapies to offer patients comprehensive care and reduce the addiction and dependency of opioid use in the United States. So why is this important? Because the new Trump administration, this is one of their biggest problems they are targeting to fix, And they are, obviously they stated that they are looking to fund companies just like KDLY, billions of dollars, or, just throw out billions of dollars that could potentially be used to fund companies like Kindly MD. And they actually stated that before. So Kindly MD currently operates 4 centers, including the largest alternative pain treatment center in Utah, with a focus on holistic pain management through its specialty outpatient clinical services, including the recommendation of medical cannabis by Kindly MD healthcare providers. So this is another, the cannabis sector is expected to potentially start heating up in the near time future, depending on how the new administration deals with this and the legalization, stuff like that. But that's another sector that, a lot of people are expecting to get very hot very soon. So this is a company that, fits, 2 trending sectors right now. They have an active 500,000 share buyback going on. And I want to show you guys something really interesting about the short interest, or the short data on Ortex is showing that there are 0 shares available to borrow on IBKR. So obviously, guys, people can always, or shorts can always get their hands on more shares, but this is a good indicator that the supply for shares available to borrow is getting very narrow and thin, and, just getting low in general. So it is harder to acquire shares, especially for retail shorts. So just looking at this, guys, still a lot of short interest. I'm sure it's way more than 100,000 shares right now. And, this one could still potentially squeeze if, some more shorts do get trapped in this and this continues to break out. So just keep that on watch. I want to show you guys something really key right here. So just a few months ago, 4 months ago, Kindly MD announces a new partnership with Cigna Healthcare to further expand patient care accessibility. Now, this is a major contract and partnership. Cigna is just around an $80 billion company that trades, I believe, over $300 per share, just around that level. 5 months ago, Kindly MD announces contract with United Healthcare Insurance, which is a $500 billion behemoth of a company and the largest health insurance company in the United States. And this one does trade around $500 per share, an absolutely monster of a company that they just partnered with. And just recently, this is actually a big catalyst right here, because they did just announce this $500,000 share repurchase program. The float is already small, no dilution, and they haven't really initiated any of this buyback yet, or this repurchase program. So this is a major catalyst. And just looking on their website, they are also partnered with Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is a major contract right here, another one of the most well-known insurance providers out there. The company has been silent for the last 2 months or so, so I am expecting an update or news any day now. And on their most recent headline that just came out 2 months ago, this is much bigger than what people realize. Kindly MD opens new integrated behavioral health clinic on the Ogden Regional Medical Center campus. So they partnered with, or they announced the opening of this new clinic, which is a hospital owned by HCA Healthcare. So HCA Healthcare, if you look it up, is an $80 billion company trading over $328 per share. So they just partnered with another, $80 billion powerhouse right here. So they continue to have these impressive partnerships that come out back to back. So this is very impressive for, a tiny penny stock to be accomplishing all these things in such a fast time period. So they continue to innovate and open new centers. I believe this is their 5th center now. And they say right here, this is pretty massive. It says the opening of this location in January of 2025 allows Kindly MD to enhance access to a larger hospital referral network. So this is very key. They do have 4 different clinics as of right now. The Salt Lake City, Utah location is their main location. It's 5,136 square feet, and it brings in 48% of the company's revenue. That's their flagship location, their main location. And looking at this, they do have around 200 5-star reviews. So it looks like their customers and clients are very satisfied with their work and everything like that. Something else that stood out to me is they were recognized with the Health Impact AI Award in 2024, and they did become Utah's first ever alternative medical treatment company to contract under the state's top insurance payers, which now include, like I already mentioned, United Healthcare, Medicare, Select Health, Medicaid, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and Cigna. So they've already accomplished a lot since they IPO'd. I believe they IPO'd in the middle of 2024. It will say down here, it says they did IPO on May 31st, 2024. So they've accomplished a lot, and it hasn't even been a year since they IPO'd, and they've already secured all these major contracts with some of the biggest healthcare companies globally. But that is all I have for KDLY, Kindly MD. Let me know in the comments what other plays you're watching, what you think of this play, and I will see you on the next video.